Shut up and sit down.
Welcome, this is George with Red State Latino coming to you from Dallas, Texas. And I just want to take a little time tonight to talk about Beto. Kind of tired of hearing this guy, Beto. Tired of hearing what he has to say, and I mean, he has the right to say whatever he wants, but now we can, kind of see who the idiots are around here with the Beto signs. I don't take that back either. And just want to talk about why you want to vote for Beto. Why in the world? And I'm trying to even make a list here why I would vote for him, and I can't come up with anything. Because he has nothing original to say on anything. I mean, he just copies everything Obama has said in the past. Nothing original. Nothing new. Nothing crisp. There are a few Democrats that had some ideas, but they were crushed by Nancy Pelosi and her gang. And I'm trying to bring a different perspective to people on talk radio, Fox News, and all that. They have their opinions. I have my opinions. I don't totally agree with everything they say. And when a conservative or Republican messes up, we throw them out. We impeach them or put them in jail or do whatever we need to get rid of them. That's one thing the Democrats don't do. They don't punish their own. They stand behind their own till they die. I mean, look at Bill Clinton and the Me Too movement. Bill Clinton's still the hero. He's untouched. He remains untouched, and he'll never be, downcast or lambasted or whatever. Democrats will protect him forever. That's their hero. It's one of their go-to men. But I want to talk about Beto, and I'm not set up to take calls yet, but I will. We'll get there. So, from what I see is Beto light, or Obama light in Beto. Beto is trying to be, he's not as smooth as Obama. Obama is a smooth character. He knows how to move a room. He knows how to speak. He knows how, he has all this. He has the vibrato. He's thin, whatever. Beto, thin too. Has that, I don't know, that salesman look. I don't know what you call it, but he also has that neck. Kind of scares me. Looks like a tree branch or something. I don't know. But anyway, here's a little clip of Beto, and we'll talk about it.
How disrespectful it is. Like, you have the NFL players kneeling during the national anthems. I wanted to know if you found that disrespectful to our country, to our veterans, and anybody related to that. I find it incredibly frustrating that people seem to be okay with that.
He's got his sleeves rolled up.
I would just like to hear your input.
And come on, man, that was a setup. That was a softball.
Thank you. Thanks for a great question. Again, on a really tough issue that if we don't talk about is not going to get better.
How is it a tough issue? I don't understand. It's a tough issue? It's a tough issue.
The question is, how do you feel about NFL players who take a knee during the national anthem? And is it disrespectful to this country, to the flag, to service members who are right there tonight where it is tonight?
Does he realize that if you go back in history and you look at why they played the national anthem, it was to respect the United States soldiers and military. Nothing else. I don't understand. So this guy's taking something and turning it into something else. Watch.
Afghanistan and those former service members, retirees, and veterans who are here with us today. Thank you each for your service.
He has weird, jerky
short answer is
movements.
no. I don't think it's disrespectful. Here's my longer answer.
So he doesn't think it's disrespectful. So if I were to go on stage on there and start singing or dancing, maybe slap him around a little bit, that wouldn't be disrespectful. It would be. That's what they're doing to the national anthem. That's what they're doing to the country. That's what they're doing to people who died for this country. They're kneeling. You're disrespecting the flag. The national anthem was made to honor the United States of America and the soldiers. And when you kneel, you're disrespecting that.
Try to make sure that I get this right.
Oh, he's smiling. He's got the crowd going. Oh, he's just yanking around, just weird. This cat's weird, man.
Really important question. And reasonable people can disagree on this issue. Let's begin there. And it makes them no less American to come down on a different conclusion on this issue.
So he's trying to neutralize the situation and say, oh, well, there's other opinions. Well, everybody knows that there's other opinions. This is just his way of softening things and making him look diplomatic. Don't be tricked by this guy, man. Come on.
Issue, right? You can feel as a young man does, you can feel as I do, you're every bit as American, all the same. But I'm reminded, somebody mentioned reading the Taylor Branch book. You did. Parting the Waters and the King Years. And when you read that book and find out...
We're all American, we're all equal. Okay, sure.
What Dr. King and this
What does this... He's bringing up Dr. King. What does Dr. King have to do with kneeling when the flag is going on? They don't even know why they're kneeling. And I'll go in that in a minute.
Violent, peaceful movement to secure better, because they didn't get full, civil rights for their fellow.
So now he's bringing in civil rights. Okay, he's talking about civil rights. That was a long time ago. And the civil rights was passed. And we're in a better situation now. I mean, the NFL is mostly made of black players and make millions and millions of dollars. I think the least guy makes like $250,000 sitting on a bench, maybe even more million. And this guy's talking about civil rights. I mean, there's nothing concrete that he's saying about it. There's nothing. There's no facts. There was a civil rights movement. There's also a civil war where millions of white people died fighting against slavery. I don't hear him saying that. I don't hear him bringing up, what's really going on. We'll get into that. Oh, 1 second.
Fellow Americans, the challenges that they face, those who died in Philadelphia, Mississippi, for the crime of trying to be a man, trying to be a woman in this country, the young girls who died in the church bombing, those who were beaten within an inch of their...
Now he's bringing up some pretty emotional things, people that died in a church, a bombing, survived this and that, the civil rights. What does that have to do with kneeling on the flag? Has nothing to do with it. And he keeps on. And this is the rhetoric that's going to keep people hating each other. They're like, oh, white people used to blow up, whatever. Oh my goodness. Let me keep playing this.
Life crossing the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama with John Lewis. Those who were punched in the face, spat upon, dragged out by their collar at the Woolworth lunch counter for sitting with white people at the same lunch counter in the same country where their fathers may have bled the same blood on the battlefields of Omaha Beach. What's
he know about Omaha Beach? What's he know about that? He doesn't know anything about that. If he did, he'd shut up about the national anthem and kneeling before it. There's a time for everything. There's a time to protest about things. Why is it that the NFL players, the only place they're protesting is when the flag comes up and that beautiful song comes up? Why is that? Why is that the only place that they have to protest? There's so many places they can go protest. Go protest Planned Parenthood. They kill more black babies than anything else. Go protest. Go protest in Chicago. Make a prayer line or something. Go work with the gangs over there. Try to make a peace treaty with the gangs. They're the ones killing each other. Black on black crime is horrible over there. A black kid is more, he's 90%, 99, 95% more to be killed by another black kid. Those are the facts. This is a lie. It's a big lie.
Or Okinawa, or anywhere that anyone ever served this country. The freedoms that we have were purchased not just by those in uniform, and they definitely were, but also by those who took their lives into their hands riding those Greyhound buses, the Freedom Riders in the Deep South in the 1960s.
There he goes again with the emotional stuff. Non-facts, non-factors, all emotional, all about emotions, has nothing to do with the real facts. We can bring up other stuff too. We can bring up other things. Just keep listening.
Who knew full well that they would be arrested, and they were serving time in the Mississippi State Penitentiary. Rosa Parks getting from the back of the bus to the front of the bus. Peaceful, nonviolent protests, including taking a knee at a football game to point out that black men, unarmed, black teenagers, unarmed, and black children, unarmed, are being killed at a frightening level right now.
It's a big lie. That is the biggest lie on earth right now. Promise to God. They are not being killed by cops. That's what he's saying. They're being killed. You know what is true about that statement is black unborn children are being killed in the womb. They are. That's a fact. Look it up. There was a study done in a book I read, and forgot the name of it, but they were looking at crime rates, and they said the crime rate has been going down, but they say it's because of the abortions, the abortions to minority kids. And that's an awful thing to say, but it's a fact. The less people you have, the less crime. Margaret Sanger, she's happy with, she's dead, but she's pretty, she had a goal, and her goal was to eliminate the weeds, which were black people. That's what she said. And that's what the Democrats don't want to admit to. This is dangerous, what he's saying. This is very, very dangerous for society. I think it's dangerous what he's saying, because it brings up anger, it brings up emotions, it brings up stereotypes. I think he's stereotyping himself as a white man. He's a white rich man. That's what he is. He's stereotyping himself. He doesn't even realize it. He's an idiot. We'll keep going.
Including by members of law enforcement, without accountability and without justice.
Okay. Without accountability and without justice. He can't name one incident, not one incident, that justice wasn't served. Now, you may have your opinions about what happened, in different cities and different situations. But if you dig deep down in the FBI files and other things, you're going to see that most of the time it was done by either an accident, or it was the perpetrator, who happened to be black, was killed because he was trying to go for the gun and resisting arrest. Now, there are some that are cold-blooded murders. They're caught on video and things like that. But if you look at the statistics and you look at the actual situations, cops are not going out and just killing black people. That's just not true. And he is saying this, and this is what causes cops to be shot. And Obama started this. He started all this cop killing. And I blame him for it. I put a lot of blame on him for it, for just hating cops. And he started all this. We'll keep listening.
And this problem, as grave as it is not going to fix itself, and they're frustrated, frankly, with people like me and those in positions of public trust and power who have been unable to resolve this or bring justice for what has
people like him. Nobody.
been done, and to stop it from continuing to happen in this country. And so nonviolently, peacefully, while the eyes of this country are watching these games, they take a knee to bring our attention and our focus.
They haven't been nonviolent. They're very violent. George Soros and Hillary Clinton, they've called for violence against Republicans, against conservatives. Black Lives Matter and these other groups are rioting in the streets, busting windows, busting heads. They're very violent.
To this problem to ensure that we fix it. That is why they are doing it, and I can think of nothing more American than to peacefully stand up or take a knee for your rights anytime, anywhere, any place. So thank you very much for asking the question.
He's so fake. Oh my God. Number one, his weird movements, his jerky movements. You can tell he's really nervous, and he's not. When you're not telling the truth and you're just hollow, you can see right through it. And everybody putting up these signs they don't care. You know, if Ted Cruz was a a-hole, or he was a jerk, or I didn't believe really in what he believed in, you know, I would have voted for somebody else. I'm not going to vote for him. I'm not going to vote for Beto just because you got a sign in front of your yard. You're going to make me want to go vote. And I think that's what's happening. I don't know what's going to happen, but I hope there is a red wave. It's just, you know, we're going against history here. Throughout history, you know, this term here, it's usually whoever's in office loses seats. So we're against history, but this is a different era. This is a Trump era, you know. But I'm really interested who's out there who'd want to sit down with me and talk about Beto. Because I see all these signs everywhere. Beto, 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 Beto. My goodness, they keep calling me and texting me. They're just telling me to go vote. That's all. All the conservatives. I don't see how Beto's going to win. I don't see how he's going to win, you know, the middle of the roaders, the undecideds. Can you be undecided? I don't understand. Be undecided in this. But I've met, you know, I've met people that were undecided. And, you know, I could understand where they're coming from. You know, they don't get into politics. They don't really want to get into it. They're into other things like reading and, you know, other better things than politics. But I guess it's really strange to me because I'm very adamant about abortion, you know, killing babies. And Catholics are too. There's a lot of Democrats that are Catholic, and they're voting for Democrats. They want their precious abortion to keep going. It's just totally disgusting. I guess my next recording will be about the Cosmo movie. Awesome movie, go see it. That's it for now, and I'll make another recording later.
Shut up and sit down.